real Van Dijk stand up. Because that's a fucking fraud. That's an imposter. That's some kind of Skrull. You know, Skrulls from the fucking Marvel comics? Those people who take on identities. It looks like Virgil van Dijk has been taken over by a Skrull. The game finishes Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2. And you know what? You could dress this up and call it something new. You can even give it a new painted coat. But it's the same fucking shit that we're being served again and again and again. That first half that I watched was again another bout of aimless passing back and forth, side to side, side to side. It's like we were doing a side shuffle. We were just going like this. Whoa, in and out of frame. That's what it was. And on top of that, we basically gave Nottingham Forest every opportunity to come in and stake the points. We were like, you know what? We are in a charitable mood. We are Liverpool FC. No, we are not Liverpool FC. We are Charity FC, because what we've been doing in this game was to give them a sniff. Every single time we would go ahead, we would capitulate. We would put on our best disguise, our best Scooby-Doo villain disguise, because that's who we are. That's who we've been this season. Frauds. Absolute fucking frauds this whole season. And I didn't see anything different to what we've seen before. Yes, we come away with 3 points. And you know what? In a way, all that really matters, that's all that matters, 3 points, that we get the 3 points. But we're at the stage of the season where we've got nothing to play for. There's absolutely zero fucking stakes for this team. And yet we do our best impersonations. We want to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. That is why each time we scored a goal, we would let Nottingham Forest come in. You know, I was watching Virgil van Dijk do this all game. As if he's watching a fucking air show. As if there is two MiG fighters doing these aerobatics, these acrobatics in the sky with the smoke coming up. That was Virgil van Dijk just watching the ball go over him. Nottingham Forest's first goal. We're all standing there on the sideline watching the ball. Nico Williams makes a run from the halfway line at the back, and I'm thinking, who has got an overview of this pitch? Who is controlling this backline? Who's making the shots? It's not Van Dijk. It's not Konate. It's not Andy Robertson. I have been Van Dijk's most staunchest supporter throughout all of the criticism, because I know that, you know, players can go through dips. But that's on form. But leadership, that's innate. Being able to command, that is nothing to do with form or confidence. That's just who you are as a person, right? If you look at Steve Rogers, Captain America, yeah, he might not have been the strongest person in the world, but he had the heart. And that's what I'm fucking missing a little bit of some of our defenders. Absolute fucking capitulation. That's what that was. There's no other way to say it. And you know what? Nottingham Forest should feel a little bummed that they didn't leave with something. You know what? If Nottingham Forest had equalized, I would have been like, fair play. You know what? They deserved it. They came with a game plan. Their game plan was essentially, let's keep it tight and compact. Let's try and hit Liverpool with set pieces. And what do we go do? We let them into our half, and we let them get little free kicks here and there, and then giving them corners away when we didn't need to, giving them free kicks away when we didn't need to. When we're getting to the final stretches of the match, and all we should be really doing is keeping the ball upfield and holding position. No, that's not what we want to do. That's not this Liverpool's tactics this season. That would be like too easy. To just do the right thing. But no, we want to give things away. We want to let the ball go. But anyway, I told y'all. I said it. I said, after Leeds, I was like, I am not getting excited. That's what this team does. And you know what? For large portions of this game, I really thought that Nottingham Forest was going to steal it, either a draw or something like that. Nottingham Forest was just absolute garbage as well. So that's why they're fighting at the bottom of the Premier League, fighting for survival. But here we are. Another game. 7 games left, people. 7 games, and then this godforsaken season is over. I cannot tell you what an absolute disappointment this whole season has been for me personally. Watching this Liverpool team, the expectation that I had. I'm sure that you guys out there are having the same thing. But anyway, let's talk about the game quickly. I thought the first half was just putrid. It was really nice to see Trent Alexander-Arnold kind of growing more in this role of him being more like a free roaming, I don't know what you would call it, fullback, inverted fullback. I don't know what you would call it, but he had a lot of joy in that half. Even though Nottingham Forest was like man marking the fuck out of him, and Fabinho, but I thought he was I wouldn't call it a standout player, but at least somebody who was trying to do something in that team. Another mad shout out to Diogo Jota. He bags another brace. Fucking hell, this boy is on fire. Not sure what Liverpool's gonna do with him. Should Liverpool keep him? Should Liverpool sell him to fund this whole rebuild? I would guess that's what Liverpool would need to do. He's probably the only one of those players that we have that we can actually get money for next season. So, you know, if somebody wants to take him off our books, I'd be happy to get 60 million for him or something like that. But you never know what Liverpool's gonna do. We got a lot of deadwood in our back line. We got a lot of deadwood on our bench. People need to fuck off and go. It's time. It's the end. I never want to see James Milner come on again. Like, honestly, like I'd rather we give our young peeps a chance to come on. I never want to see Navigator. I never want to see Oxlade, Chamberlain ever playing in Liverpool. Not that they played at all tonight, but the most important thing is that none of those players on the bench are any competition for our starting lineup. That's how poor our bench has become. I would just like to see us getting solid, good players that can compete for their positions. To give players like Trent Alexander-Arnold a little bit of kick off the backside, to make Virgil van Dijk actually fucking step up again. The same within our midfield as well. Fabinho as well. Step up. Step up. I want to see that. But anyway, be that as it may, that's how things ended. Honestly, like I said, I feel that Nottingham Forest would maybe feel a little bit of grief that they didn't get anything out of this game. As it stands, Liverpool get the 3 points. We move on. Nothing changes on the table. It's looking like it's going to be a fight for that Europa League places. And you know what? Let's rather go and do that. We're not going to get Champions League, of course. We know that already. So the only thing I think we can fight for is, that 5th and 6th spot. There we have it. So, on to the next one. 7 games left. 7 games left of this shit shower of a season. Nothing I've seen today tells me that, especially defensively, that this team has really improved. It's still wonky and shaky and vulnerable and prone to mistakes. I don't know when Virgil van Dijk is going to pull his finger out of his asshole. Will the real Van Dijk please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. You know? That's what I want to see. Will the real Van Dijk stand up? Because that's a fucking fraud. That's an imposter. That's some kind of Skrull. You know, Skrulls from the fucking Marvel comics? Those people who take on identities. It looks like Virgil van Dijk has been taken over by a Skrull. And what we're ending up here, what we're seeing here, is that scrub fucking guy looking around, watching balls go floating over his head, just like Jesus against Arsenal. Who is this guy? But anyway, it's not about Van Dijk. At least not all of it. But yeah. So that's it. The game ends. Liverpool gets the 3 points. We move on. We go on to the next game. Let's see how it goes. Anyways, thanks everybody. Really appreciate you watching. Would be great if you could hit a like or share. It really helps the channel out with the algorithm, at least, so more people can see it. The more people see it, the more we can grow this channel, and that's it. But you know what? In the mood that I am in at the moment, I can't expect anything from anyone, because if I feel the way I feel, this season cannot fucking end sooner. But anyway, I appreciate everybody who's watched and who subscribed. Take care, and yeah, we go again. I'll see you at the next game. Ciao.